Hi Greystar team, my name is Mary Greer and I'm with Ingrain. We're here to talk about how you can integrate Touch Tour by Ingrain into your day-to-day leasing. As a former leasing agent and many years of experience in the industry, I know the steps that you're walking through daily. And as a former client of Ingrain working at 3 different properties, I know how I used our Touch Tour. But you have to learn how to use your Touch Tour and have it flow with your leasing process. Let me show you how I would walk a prospect through the Touch Tour. First, we're going to explore your Greystar Layout A. So when a prospect enters your leasing office, they'll see a rolling screensaver. It will have a tap indicator so that the prospect knows that if there's not a leasing agent available right away to assist them, that they can go ahead and start learning a little bit about your community by interacting with the screen. If I was a leasing agent approaching this prospect, the first thing that I would show them are the community amenities. As you jump into the amenities, you'll notice for Greystar, we've created this beautiful waterfall display to showcase images and descriptions of the amenities and features of the building. We have different categories over to the side to explore. Next, I would take a look at the gallery. This is where you'll see prospects start to interact. You can take these images, blow them up nice and big, and really paint that picture of all the spaces within the community. This is also a nice place to start saving the favorites of the prospects. So with this feature, which we call My Profile, you're able to then get the contact information of that prospect. Once the email address has been entered, they can start saving their favorite things, or basically their Touch Tour shopping cart. They can save favorite images, floor plans, and that way, at the end of their visit, they'll get a personal branded email that says, "Hi Mary, thank you for visiting our community today. Here were your favorite photos, here were your favorite floor plans." We can also BCC the leasing agent so that they can look at those notes and use that content for future follow-up. Next, I would view the location. So if a prospect's moving from out of town, they may be unfamiliar with the area around the community. So this is our Google Maps feature. Here we plot where the property is located, and we're also able to pull in attractions around the community. So whether that's dining, shopping, services, entertainment, we can highlight those locations right on the map. This can be shown on Google Map, Google Earth, satellite view, and can also zoom in and out for more detail. Another new feature that we've added to our Touch Tours plots directions. So if a prospect again is moving from out of town and they know the location where they'll be working or where family lives, you can take and drop in that location, tell it whether you want it to drive there, walk there, bike there, or transit. So a great feature that's a new addition to Touch Tour. The next place I would go if I was visiting with this prospect is our site map. It's helpful to give them an understanding of where everything is located within the community. This map highlights your community amenities, but also shows the locations of available units within the building. So you can take the picker over to the side and scroll through the different floors to pull up the available options. We can also narrow down by size. We can narrow down by price range, move-in date, and it will only show the options that fit those needs. We can also loop in additional information that might be an important factor when narrowing down the search for a prospect. So this is an example of a unit that we incorporated the view images. So the prospect can have an understanding of the view from their unit. Maybe this apartment is not available to show right away, it's currently occupied. This paints that picture of what this property offers view-wise and what this particular unit does. We can also again show it here on the map by zooming in and out of this feature. This shows all the additional details about this specific apartment, such as price point, square footage, and overall size. You can also go straight into floor plans. So if a prospect is focused more on identifying a floor plan than a location itself, you can take the floor plans, again, expand them nice and big to view, pop out the availability drawer to see what floors this one exists on. I also like to take these images and blow them up nice and big to compare them side by side. So you can show off the features of each floor plan and identify where to take the prospect on tour. Again, jumping specifically into that exact unit to pull up location, identify the floor plan, and all the details. So now we're ready to go on tour. So now let's explore your GreysStar Layout B. So we designed two different layouts for GreysStar. We wanted the ultimate design flexibility. Every community is different, so why not offer some different touch tour options? You'll notice you'll have the same categories as you saw in Layout A, but there's different placement of the buttons. We can jump into all the different features of the community, so your floor plan page has a slightly different variation than you saw in Layout A, but the same features to narrow down the criteria, size, the availability drawer is the same, and that feature that I love most, to take them and blow them up side by side to compare the different options. Site maps always have a variety of looks to them. This community is a high-rise community. Even with Layout A, if we have an image of the building, we can use it to scroll up and down to show the availability again throughout the level plan. We can jump into that apartment of choice and then again zoom in and out on the building itself to see the location. All the details, of course, are listed here as far as availability and pricing. Your gallery also has the same look as the other layout with the nice tiled images and the heart indicating to fill out the profile information. The profile can also be accessed anywhere you see a heart within the system. Your features and amenity page is also fairly similar with the waterfall design, but this time we have 3 different rows here. Again, we have the tabs to the side to identify whether we're viewing the community or the homes themselves. The neighborhood map is consistent to what you saw on the other layout, again pulling in those locations around the community of interest. Your My Tour feature is also located to the very far side of this particular layout. And that's Layout B. Okay, so now let's talk about some of those features that you might not know about your touch tour. The first one is the question mark indicator here. This is your help button. If you ever forget how to use any of the features of your touch tour, it will prompt and pull up the indicators of how the functions work. You also have an ADA mode. This means if there's a prospect who's unable to use the screen, it prompts the leasing agent to provide a wireless keyboard for them to be able to use the screen as well. You also have the 5-day forecast here for your location. And at the bottom of the footer, you have your GreysStar logo, your Equal Housing Opportunity logo, and if you accept those furry friends, your pet-friendly logo. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about your GreysStar Enterprise Touch Tour. I hope you found it informative, and if you ever need anything, we're here to support you. Please visit support.ingrain.com with any questions or concerns, and enjoy your touch tour experience.